Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
Enjoy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here in Valley Stream, New York. Valley Stream isn't just the town we're stopping in. We really didn't land because it's our hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And we travel all the roads, all over the country, sharing with you roadside attractions and stuff that's fun, interesting, some history. This year, at time recording this, it is 2025. The incorporated village of Valley Stream is turning 100.
Mm-hmm.
I lived here my whole life in the incorporated village of Valley Stream. I plan to grow to be an old man and die in the incorporated village of Valley Stream. Joy moved in at 18, moved in with me. She became a resident of Valley Stream.
I also think it's funny, my mom growing up, she grew up in Valley Stream, moved to a different town, and then me and my brother actually both moved back to Valley Stream.
It's true. With that being said, today, Valley Stream is starting their year-long celebration for the incorporated village of Valley Stream. What they're going to have is a flag-raising ceremony. It's interesting to me that the flag-raising ceremony is at 7 p.m. It's winter. It's dark out, but
Hey, why not?
I guess it's not just raising the flag for the day, but raising the flag for the year. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to check out the flag-raising ceremony, bring you along. And we figured we have to come to this because this is the very first event for Valley Stream celebrating the 100th anniversary. And
who knows what they got planned?
yeah, I have no clue what they're going to do.
They didn't have it anywhere. They only said flag raising to start it off.
Probably will cover more of the events that transpire over the year for the celebration. So we figured if we're going to cover those, we might as well start with the beginning. In case you don't know Valley Stream, we are a town in Nassau County on Long Island. Like I said, incorporated in 1925, but it was settled way before that. And one of the main people that came is Robert Pagan. We have a historic building here called the Pagan Fletcher House. He was an immigrant, settled in Valley Stream in the 1800s. And what sort of grew this town was in the late 1800s, the trains started coming through. And it was actually the train that now is the Far Rockaway branch. And people started coming. We also had Valley Stream, what is now Hendrickson Park. Mm-hmm. That was a spot that people would come from the city and vacation at. We used to have a hotel that now they demoed and built a bank. Valley Stream, I'm glad they're doing this 100th celebration because we had a lot of historic buildings that sadly they just demo and don't preserve the history, so I'm glad we're preserving the history now.
I think it would be cute if they had like one of them being like a slideshow of the history of it.
I dream of when I become an old man, because I collect stuff and love history, that I open up like a Valley Stream history museum. Pagan Fletcher sort of preserves the history of that family and that house, but I want like the Valley Stream history museum.
Oh, that would be cool. Like how my town had the Rockwall Museum was just like that family also.
Being in Boy Scouts in this town, I got a lot of sense of community pride. We used to have Valley Stream camporees here, and we are going to bring you along. And I think it's time, Joy. We're sitting in the car now. We have an hour till the celebration begins. 43 minutes. We are in our train station. We're going to walk over to Town Hall and or Village Hall. What do we say?
See what they got going on.
Yeah. And we figured we'd just talk to you a few minutes because it's cold out there.
Yep.
Have to open the video.
Yep.
Have lights in the car, which works.
Yep.
But if you like this kind of stuff, and if you don't like this kind of stuff, well, that's good because this isn't the only kind of stuff we do.
We have others.
Yeah. Like I said, we're always on the road. Our main focus of this channel is we're traveling, bringing you to oddities, roadside attractions, amusement parks, mini golf, all that kind of stuff.
We also do like our history
There
and
are
our museums.
Lots of museums. Searching for Americana and kitsch. So if you are into that kind of stuff, you should subscribe to this channel. If you are into this and you're watching this video, you should like this video. Comment down below. Does your town do any fun things to celebrate the town itself? Also, along that note, if there's anything weird, like I know upstate somewhere there's a cream cheese festival, I'm like, what should me and Joy go to see? Are there fun town festivals that celebrate your town that have interesting practices? But it's time to do this. Step right up. Let's go for this ride. A little bit of walk. We're walking by our village green. In Boy Scouts, we would have our yearly Valley Stream Camporee and camp right here. Train station, Joy, busy roads, residential, and we camped right here. Not positive where this take place. Right now we're walking into the parking area, past the library, and Village Hall it's sort of connected. It's separate buildings, but right next to each other. And when I was saying about community pride, another cool, random, weird fact was in the, I want to say 50s and 60s, I'm not sure of the years, but when Valley Stream was really building up, my grandfather on my father's side was a weather stripper, so did the ceiling around the windows and doors, and he was working in his office for doing the weather stripping jobs, like wherever they hired him. Their office was actually in the Pagan Fletcher house. Oh, yeah. And he did this for a lot longer too. I remember being a little child in the 80s, and my grandfather didn't live around here, lived in Queens. I mean, not far, but like half-hour drive. And walking down the road, and all of a sudden I hear someone, I'm with my mom, say, "Hey Joe, come have some grapes." And it's Grandpa yelling me to come have some grapes. He was working at a house just randomly on a road. You can see the Henry Waldinger Memorial Library, established in 1932. Not as old as the incorporated village. Over this side we have the Children's Library entrance. Then we have the main library entrance, and there is Village Hall. We don't have a flagpole on this side, so I'm figuring we're on the wrong side. I don't know what's happening inside right now. I mean, I'm usually only in that building. Used to be a traffic court, so when you get an illegal park ticket, it would be there. But pay town taxes, get parking permits, stuff like that is what we usually go there for. But I like it because there's a plaque of all the Eagle Scouts in ever incorporated Village of Valley Stream, and my name's on that plaque in there. Here it is, Valley Stream Eagle Scouts. It looked like it started in 1980s, but I guess they went and found some older records, because up here it's going back to the 50s. I'm like looking for myself. Yeah, all the people I was in Boy Scouts. I was in Troop 116. I know, I'm right here though.
Oh, I see you guys.
Joseph Rossetti. And there I am, my friend Garrett. There I am, and my friend Ryan Chu. We all had our Eagle ceremony together. And I'm just happy. I haven't been to a Boy Scout meeting in many years, but Troop 116 is still happening. The troop is still alive. Got a little program. Centennial flag raising, very cool. Ooh, we get bagpipes. I like it. Got a little brochure. Got a little busy inside Village Hall. And we got cookies if we want. And snacks. I got you a cookie. In the car I was telling you about, we used to have the Valley Stream Hotel. There it is, the Sagamore Hotel. You sit on the corner of Rockaway Avenue and Hawthorne Avenue. I love some of these old photos. We have an old map of the incorporated Village of Valley Stream from 1925. It's funny, the block me and Joy live on, and that whole road, not even there. The road that we're cornered on, just dead ends, doesn't even exist in 1925. Looks like we're getting set up for all the festivities. Joy and I have been talking, seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in like 20-something years from Boy Scouts when I was a kid that are still leaders of the troops. It's like a family reunion here.
Yeah, it is, really.
That's what I love, like I was saying, the sense of community. Come and see my name on the wall. Hopefully, we're starting.
So we can begin. I'd like to ask the Valley Stream Fire Department Color Guard to present colors. At this time, I would like to ask former Chief Richard Sullivan, 65-year member of Engine Company Number 4, to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I me to lower the American flag, the POW flag, and the previous village flag at this time. Please remain standing. Lower the flags, gentlemen, please. Fire Department, present arms. Tonight, we officially kick off Valley Stream's 100th anniversary centennial celebration. I am honored here to be joined by our entire board of trustees, joined by by some other elected officials. To my immediate left is our brilliant Justice, Melanie Jenkins. I already told you we're being joined by County Executive, the Honorable Bruce Blakeman.
Yeah.
We have the Nassau County Comptroller, Elaine Phillips.
Right.
Our very own judge for the Nassau County Court, Robert Bogle.
Right.
I am the 15th person to have been elected to lead this village since 1925. I humbly follow in the footsteps of dedicated visionaries. Each has tried in their own way to leave it a better place than they found it. Harking back 100 years, it's hard to believe our founding fathers could have foreseen what the future held for Valley Stream. In January 1925, a total of 962 residents turned out to vote for or against incorporation. An overwhelming majority, a whopping 669 people, made the decisive decision to vote yes, what has now brought us to this 100th anniversary kickoff we have tonight. That date happened to have been January 30th, 1925. We're 3 days early. Today, our village boasts 100 acres of parkland, 90 miles of roads, a community spirit that allows more than 40,000 people to proudly call Valley Stream their home. Our Centennial Committee has put together a full year of exciting events to commemorate this milestone. Please be sure to save the dates. You can find on the cards being distributed. George, hold up the card. These cards are being distributed. That's a program. We have cards too throughout the evening. On all our websites, social media, inside the Village Hall lobby. Also, please take a moment to view the original map of Valley Stream that has been stored away for decades and is now displayed in our lobby. As always, events such as this take a lot of teamwork. Please, on the program, now George, the program. The Centennial Committee is listed on the back.
Thank you, Mayor Fair and the members of the Village Board, my colleagues in government, Valley Stream volunteer firefighters. Look how sharp they look. Let's give them. Thank all you. You kids want to come forward a little bit? Come on, come a little bit closer. You're all back there. I want you to hear this. So, as many of you know, I grew up here in Valley Stream. I went to Wheeler Avenue, Memorial, and Valley Stream Central. And I loved growing up here in Valley Stream. It was a great place to grow up. And I got to know a lot about the history of Valley Stream because my dad was a village attorney here. And later went on, I'll tell you a little bit more about my dad, but he was the village attorney when Valley Stream acquired the state parkland that is now Arthur J. Hendrickson Park and a village park. He was here when we built the library behind Village Hall, and he did that deal too. He was here when they did the deal to create the Valley Stream pool. He later went on to become the first state elected official from Valley Stream. He became a New York State Assemblyman way back in 1960, and he was the first president of Franklin General Hospital, which is now Long Island Jewish Valley Stream. So growing up, my dad used to tell me all the stories. During the Depression and Prohibition, he would tell me stories about Valley Stream. I'm sure some of you know that the nickname of Valley Stream used to be Rum Junction because there was a railroad here, and during Prohibition they used to bring the illegal liquor from Freeport and Long Beach, where they bring it in by barge, truck it over to Valley Stream, and then train it into the city. And as a consequence, some of the illegal alcohol ended up here in Valley Stream. And this became a place with many nightclubs and illegal bars, speakeasies they used to call them. There were a lot of notorious gangsters and tremendous entertainers that were here. So Valley Stream had a very colorful and rich history. But I want to read to you some of the people, some of the famous people from Valley Stream. Stephen Boyd was probably one of the finest high school football players ever on Long Island. Went to play as an All-America at Boston College and later went on to become an All-Pro in the NFL for the Detroit Lions. Valley Stream boy, true and true. Ed Burns, the famous writer, screenplay writer, and actor. Grew up in the Gibson section of Valley Stream. Jim Brewer, can Google him. Great comedian, still going and doing comedian shows all over the United States. The famous actor Steve Buscemi. Remember Steve? Tom Gorman, famous baseball player, Valley Stream. There's a gentleman by the name of Lance Primus. You probably have never heard of him. Lance Primus is a graduate of Valley Stream Central High School and went on to become the president of New York Times. Cyndi Lauper lived in Valley Stream. The famous comedian and actor Larry Miller was from Valley Stream. Valley Stream also had the first member of Congress from this area, Wade McGrath, and on I could go. Arthur Hendrickson, the park that's named after him here in Valley Stream. He built Long Island. His construction company built the Southern State Parkway, the Northern State Parkway, the LIE, the Robert Moses Bridge. He was the biggest contractor on Long Island from Valley Stream. We have a very rich history here in Valley Stream. And as I look out in this audience and I see these beautiful young people here, I can't help but think that maybe there's a famous actor or actress here. Maybe there's a famous scientist. We have a very rich history, but the future of Valley Stream for the next 100 years truly will be great. I'm proud to say that I'm a product of Valley Stream.
So I just wanted to say congratulations to Valley Stream. I wish everyone who came out tonight all the best. I wish the mayor, the board, a great year, and let's look forward to the next 100 years.
So as the mayor said, I'm Elaine Phillips. I'm your Nassau County Controller. But more importantly, I live in a village. I was mayor of the village. And it is up to us to protect this. This is a pretty cool night. I mean, it's cold, but it's a pretty cool night, you guys, that we are all coming together, all ages, all races, all creeds, all religions, and we come as one. So congratulations. May God bless you all, and may God bless this village.
So now, on behalf of the village board, the village justice, all of our employees, volunteers, and over 40,000 residents, it gives me great pride to present our official 100th anniversary flag. Thank you for coming. Get home safely. God bless Valley Stream.
Memorial photos of like a blacksmith shop, Horseshoe, are from about 1900s. Our first post office. Yeah, one hotel and another hotel. Even have merch here.
This is the one side. And then, where am I holding it? Oh, okay. I don't know. Something
Yeah, it says Village of Valley Stream, celebrating 100 years. I have another map going back before it was incorporated village, about 1880. It's crazy to think, like, roads that are gone. There's no Southern State Parkway. There's no Sunrise Highway yet. We have some of the merch we have. We just got the commemorative coin. They also have Leo the Lion, a keychain. Pens. Ooh. I like some pins. It's just unusual joy. I've been living here my whole life. I might not be 50 yet, but I do have that book at home, the 50th anniversary of Valley Stream.
I like how they also have 75 years.
We celebrate this town for a long time. In the 90s, I was in elementary school, and my elementary school actually turned 100 because it was here before it was incorporated. So we had big celebrations for the elementary school turning 100. We came, we saw, we head back out into the cold through the other side of the building. We came in the back door near the library. We went out the front to go see the flag raising. Now we're walking back out the back. Again, past the library.
Oh, I like that. I never realized the 2 floors.
I know, you never really been to our library.
I've only been to the front part.
I used to go the second floor, like a row or 2 back. There are magic books. And as a little kid, and still today, I love magic, but I would come here, and photocopies were 5 cents each. And I would save up my nickels and photocopy pages and pages and pages of magic books. We're leaving actually by one of our buy a brick, support your town walls or walks. Sadly, it's covered with snow at the moment. But yeah, and it's cool seeing, coming to something like this. We don't do as much in our community at the moment as I wish. Like I said, we're always on the road. So when this came about, I'm like, this is mildly important to me. The town is, like I said, my whole life has been spent here. It's weird them saying people and like saying like one of the officials was named Gathard, and when I was a little boy, Gathard lived at the end of the road, and the people, the Hendricksons, my dad has a classic 72 Cuda, and he would rent the garage from the Hendricksons to store his car in. I feel a lot of people don't appreciate the stuff that you have in your hometown. I love to travel, and I love seeing stuff, but I appreciate the history of where I come from and the celebrations that could be had to enjoy.
So how you said that there was the Pagan Fletcher House and stuff like that, and like I said, the Rock Hall Museum. Well, the Rock Hall Museum had this awesome like little festival every year, and we would always do it. I think one time they had it where it was like the Scouts or the different schools had to walk in it, so like a little mini parade. So we did that.
I won goldfish from that festival at Joy's town, which is a few towns over.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Joy's brother was running in the Cub Pack.
Yes.
Was running the Cub Pack. Joy's mom helped. Was there, and they had like win the fish by throwing the ping pong ball, and I got some goldfish. I didn't want goldfish, but I got some.
So did my brother that one time too.
Look, we're all in dark again.
Yeah.
It's spooky.
But I loved doing that because not only that, like it opened it to where it had like period time cooking and being able to go into the house and like seeing it and stuff like that. And that's why I enjoyed when the Rock Hall's going on again.
I would go to the Rock Hall. We could document that. But right now we're documenting the Tranquility Garden. Ooh. Ah.
I feel so tranquil and cold. Oh, that's actually pretty.
It is pretty with the snow and the gazebo. Does seeing the Tranquility Garden make you feel tranquil? Are you at peace, Joy?
I'll be at peace when I'm in the car.
We made it. Back to the car parked at the train station. It's not that far a walk. If we pan over through our village green, you can see the lights still on at the library. Joy's like, stop filming. Open the car door. I have to find the beepy thing.
Beep this.
I think she just said beep this. All the pomp and circumstances. Such a good night. It is cool seeing Boy Scout leaders I haven't seen 20-something years ago. You don't remember me because I was a little kid, didn't have a big beard, but I was a Boy Scout when you were an adult leader. Mm-hmm. And to hear that leader's still a leader for 30 years in the troop. I miss Boy Scouts more than anything, but me and Joy didn't have kids, so I felt it was weird me going, I'm gonna be a Boy Scout leader without a kid in the troop. So I never did that. But if you know how like you see like football, old high school football players when they're older wearing their Letterman jackets and it's their glory days. Boy Scouts were my glory days. And it's weird.
You shouldn't wear your shirt though.
Which shirt?
Your Class A.
No, I shouldn't walk around my Boy Scout uniform now. Over years, obviously, things change. I don't look like the same little kid. But adults change, too. We hear Mayor Ed Fair talking, doing the whole ceremony. I know Mr. Fair because he wasn't my teacher, but he taught shop class in junior high school. And we got to high school, he taught the audiovisual class. And I just think it's funny that my friends, we were sophomores, so it would have been the year of 96 to 97. They made a movie called Sophomore Rage because they had to make a movie for school. And the whole point of the movie was they didn't like one of the teachers, Critchley, because he was too hard at grading and it was ruining their average. So, mind you, this movie cannot be made nowadays.
No, not at all.
Cannot at all. Instead of doing violence in real life, and we love Critchley, that's why they chose Critchley. So in the movie, Critchley was the hard teacher, and my friends decided, in the movie this is, they'll have Kevin, because they said, Kevin's not the smartest, we'll have Kevin kill Critchley. What's the last number one they had to call him? Oh, try five. And Kevin goes in, kills Critchley. Of course, there's a witness. They have to kill the witness. Then they turn on each other to kill, and it turns into a lot of high school kids killing people in the school, which you can't put a movie out like that. But back in 96, 97, we did. And Mr. Fair was the audiovisual teacher, and everyone loved the movie. Critchley showed the movie to classes for years to come. From what I heard, Fair showed the movie to classes years to come. In fact, that teacher, Critchley, I don't know if he still teaches there, but for many years after, up till about 5 years ago, I was in the movie for a split second. They had to put a commercial break in their movie. So I was selling some hand soap, and my line was, I wash my hands and go, look, all clean. But the hand soap didn't actually get all the dirt that they put on my hands for the shot, which is just the funny joke part. Critchley would drive down the road past my house when he would leave teaching in school and yell out his window, look, all clean. And it's weird that this guy taught audiovisual where my friends made a movie about killing each other, and now he's the mayor of our town. But that's life. I had a good time. Thank you all for coming. I think we could call this one, though.
I think so.
The 100th anniversary kickoff flag raising ceremony here in the town of Valley Stream, Incorporated Village of Valley Stream. Let me get it right. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. Cool. That's going to be our thumbnail.